Hello and welcome back to the channel. There's a chance that you're watching this video in the course, so welcome. The previous video I was talking to you about why it's best to import from the US and what website to import from. And I just briefly talked about Copart because this video is supposed to be about Copart. And I also give you an example of somebody who went to buy from a dealer from the US and didn't buy from auction. So you might want to ask me, why auction? Okay, so this is it. So in the US, most cars are insured, all right? And then when the car is accidented or has a problem or has been used and the owner wants to change the car, they are put on auction by the insurance company or even just by the individual with the car that's not insured. But the point is, these are owners who want to get rid of a particular car to probably buy another one or just don't want the car anymore. But instead of just throwing away the car, they want to get at least as little value as they can for that vehicle. So say for example, somebody was driving a Toyota Corolla, and it was accidented, was involved in an accident. It had a side dent. If this Corolla were to be repaired by the insurance company, it will probably cost a lot more than the estimated value for that car, because now it has been used. So usually repairing a car in the US is basically saying you're changing parts. They don't pan a bit like we do here in Nigeria. They replace all condemned parts with new one, brand new. So that increases the cost for repair, and that's why it only makes sense to take it to auction while they give the owner a new car and then retain this particular car that has been given out, and then take it to Copart for people to bid to sell that car on or at auction for a reasonable price. So I hope that gives you an idea. This is why the cars are a lot cheaper than the value and a lot profitable in that sense. This is even where people buy cars as tokumbo. Now, the question will be, if some of these cars are accidented or if most of them have an issue in quotes, where is the clean title? Okay, so not all cars are accidented. Like I said, sometimes the owner wants to change the car and no longer wants this car, or the owner dies and the car is donated, or the person just wants to sell the car but probably wasn't lucky in the major market and decided to sell it at auction. So there are different reasons why a car is brought into the auction. Our goal is to find those gems that are still clean, that don't have any issues whatsoever, and would never give us any problems. So that's your goal, that's my goal. This isn't really the case for some of the dealers out there who are just looking out to, it's just profit, buy low, sell high. So in my case, we'll go to Copart, go and look for clean titles. There are cars that carry certificate, clean titles. I talked a lot about this in my reports. I don't know how you're watching this video right now, but if this is on YouTube, you should find the description under this video. You'll find a link to that report that talks about the different Copart terms and registers, that explains what a certificate is. And then there are conditions of vehicles, right? There's run and drive, there's enhanced, there's start. This explains at what state this particular vehicle came into Copart's facility. And again, I keep saying Copart and I've not explained what Copart is. Copart is a website, www.copart.com, where people like you and I can go and bid for vehicles from the US. I think actually, even though they have they have their facilities in the US. We have a lot of people participate from even outside the US who enlist cars to be bid, or who bid for cars. So that's just what Copart does. All right, and it's usually the best out there, because we also have IAA. What's the full meaning of IAA again? So it's Insurance Auto Auction Incorporated. So that's the website. But I would teach you with Copart, because Copart is basically mostly the majorly used, and the interface is very user friendly compared to IAA. But nevertheless, you can still get cars, very good cars, now using the same knowledge you have for Copart. Right now, as I'm recording this video, you have to be a registered member on Copart to bid for vehicles on Copart. But IAA still gives you an opportunity to bid, to register as a free member until you're ready to bid. So, but I'll be teaching you on Copart with an already created account, so that you get the idea of how it works, and then you can apply it maybe when you buy a subscription on Copart, or you decide to use IAA at your own discretion. So that explains what the whole structure of auctioning, where to buy cars at auction, and why you should buy cars at auction. Okay, going further, we will be talking about, we'll be showing you in physical on screen how to bid, how to select these cars that you bid for, and you go as much as talking to you about the states to choose from. You just can't bid for any car in any location, because US is big, it's wide, and there are different locations cars can be enlisted from. But you want to pick cars that are closest to the ports, to the two major ports in Jacksonville and Baltimore. If you pick cars that are outside, you will pay more for towing, and you will pay a lot more before it adds to your costs of shipping these cars. And then if you are in business, it would increase your cost, because remember, we are dealing with clean titles and not just any kind of accidental vehicles. So with that being said, that's majorly it for this video. I hope to catch you on the next episode of this series. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Adedeji Olumashe, and this is Auto Club. Cheers.